Good night, everyone. Hi. I just came on a little earlier. Good night. Yes, I'm actually a little early. You catch one. It's supposed to start at 7:30, so I'm just coming on to let y'all know that we're going live. Good night to everyone. Tonight we're speaking to J Bannister, and she is going to try a thing, Abby Webby, try a thing. Tonight we're speaking to Miss Bannister, and she's going to tell us her story of how she went from cancer diagnosis May 2023 to businesswoman and doing something for her community in March 2024. So she would be on in like 1 minute, and we would be able to speak to her and get her story. I think it's going to be motivational for everybody. Thank you so much, Eagle Eyes. I think it's going to be motivational for everyone. Because I read her story. I'm sure you may have seen her story last year for breast cancer awareness, but she's launching her new business, and I can't wait for her to share that story with you. Share this live with anyone who you knows have probably suffered with cancer or hair loss from an autoimmune disease or anything like that. You share this with any woman you may know, because this is such a powerful story that we're going to get into tonight. So guys, thank you so much for joining, and I'm just waiting for her to come on, and then we would definitely start this. Good night to everyone. I hope you guys had a good Friday. How was your Friday? How was your International Women's Day? And I'm just waiting on Jamelia to come in and we can start. If you guys have any questions for me while I wait, we could just have a chit chat. And thank you, Sash. I try a little thing to look a little, pretty, because after this we're going to put this up on YouTube, so we're just waiting for her to come on. Good night, everybody. Thank you for popping in. Good night, Leandra. How are you today? I hope you had a wonderful Friday. I hope you had a wonderful International Women's Day. Hello, thank you so much. Hi, DJ Star. Yes, Nus is live tonight. Thank you so much for recognizing and appreciating my glow up. Thank you so much. So we're waiting on Jamelia to come on. Hi, Geeta. Thank you very much. Thank you, DJ Akira. Hi, happy Women's Day to you too. Thank you, DJ Star One. Yes, I'm hardly ever live. I only come on live. I did have a good day, and yes, Leandra, I am seeing that you had a hectic day, but a good one as well. I hardly come on live. I only come on when I have something to share with y'all, and I'm really excited to share this. All right, I see she's here, so I'm gonna invite her, and I hope she. Good night, toys. How are you? Happy Women's Day, Chanel. Hi, Jamelia.
Hello. Can you see me? I don't know
No,
what's going
I'm
on.
seeing your you have to put on your camera thing.
Oh, okay, bear with me because I'm very new to TikTok Live. I've never done this before, but I thought my camera would engage not automatically. I don't know how to turn this camera on.
um
Somebody send me instructions.
how okay, somebody sent instructions on how to turn the camera on because I don't know. Okay, so you click your screen
Okay.
and then
Oh, I see it now. I see it
yeah,
now.
you should be able to turn on your camera from there. Thank you,
Let
Douglas. Good
uh,
night. Simple cool chick.
you connect. Oh, they said I connect only using audio. I don't know why.
Oh. Well, we have you here.
Yes. Okay. So apparently, it seems as though I need to be able to go live. So I need to have enough followers to go live for you guys to see
Oh.
me.
Do you want to go
Yes.
live on your other page? Or this is the page that this is your main page?
This is my main page. Yeah, the only other place I can go live is Instagram where people can see me.
Okay, well, guys, go follow her. I think that's a great way for y'all to make sure she could go live. Y'all start hitting follow
I
her.
need 300. I need at least 1,000 people, and I'm at 700. I had 800 and something, and it fell off. So I have so I need about 350 people to follow me.
Yeah, so if you guys share this live and y'all follow her, but we're going to start. Thank you so much, Joyce. Thank you so much. Happy Women's Day to everyone. And today we have Jamelia Bannister. You can't see her, but I can show you what she looks like. This is her right here. And she has gone from cancer diagnosis to building a business to help women that may find themselves in her position. So, as it's International Women's Day, I didn't think of anything better to do than have her come here and tell her story about how she's going to impact and change. And if this doesn't make you move to your milestones, I don't know what will. So, Jamelia, let's hear your story.
Okay. Well, first of all, I want to just say thank you so much, Miss Anisi, for inviting me on the platform. And guys, even though you can't see me, I will try to speak and try to paint a picture with my words. Okay. All right. So it was 2023, March 2023. I had just been fired from my job for no apparent reason, which is a whole other story, right? I went to work one day and I saw an email in my inbox saying that I no longer work there. So I kind of learned about the loss of my job in front of my colleagues in the office.
Oh my God.
Yeah, yeah, yeah. That happened, and so I mean that kind of kicked off. That kicked off my my decision to visit here again as a means of income. Now, it's something that I had had in my heart maybe a few years before, but the thing of it is, I realized at that time compared to now, there are a lot of things I still need to learn, a lot of structures, disciplines, and stuff that I still need to learn and understand.
Mhm.
So sometimes I look back and wonder why didn't it work then when I had the desire then same way I have it now. But I realized I needed to grow as a person in knowledge. I need to grow in so many ways, and which is why it is here now. In any event, last year I was fired from my job, and I decided to use some of the money that I would have saved while there to invest in a small startup, selling hair. I said I loved hair. I always loved the world of beauty. I'm trained as a makeup artist. I said let me try and combine the things that I like, the things that I do with the things that I love. Sorry, as in I do marketing, I do PR, I do that kind of thing. Let me try and combine with hair. I mean, I'm a marketer, right? I should be able to sell hair. In any
Right.
event, I bought some items, and as soon as the items arrived, shortly thereafter, I learned about my diagnosis of breast cancer. Now, needless to say, it was quite a shock. It sent me into a spiral, right? And I definitely could not even think about selling hair and beauty. I could not think about that at all because, of course, heading into treatment of breast cancer meant a number of things. It meant that I knew that I would suffer the loss of my hair because my mother is a survivor and I saw what she went through, right? It meant that I would definitely perhaps lose other parts of my body, which I eventually did, right? Because I've seen it happen before. So, and I mean, of course, more than that, I am concerned would I even get to keep my own life? Would I lose my life? So there's so much anxiety that I was feeling around that time, and to the point where I wouldn't describe myself as being depressed, but I certainly went into a dark hole for
How
a
did you
while.
how did you find your way out of that to be here in less than a year's time?
Well, for the first 5 to 6 months, I really did. I was down, only down low. I was basically invisible. And for the person that I am, people know that I tend to show up on social media. I tend to post a lot. I used to post a lot about marketing stuff, and then for a while, people didn't hear from me at all. I was just silent. And so I had to take that time to be able to kind of come to terms with what was happening. I had to take that time to also understand a little bit more deeply about the disease I was facing, because I think, and just based on my own experience, I know that people don't truly understand the depth of this disease and how much you have to go through to treat it, how long it could remain in you, how, I mean, the price you pay is high for treatment for your life. It really is. So I took the first 5 to 6 months, really kind of coming to terms with things, and then it got to a point where I felt like I was ready to share the story because I know as somebody who posts a lot, I mean, I'm fairly public. I'm not very public, but I'm fairly public. In addition to which, a lot of the people who are around me, I ask them please not to say anything to anyone because I wanted to be able to share my story on my own terms. So when October came around, which was Breast Cancer Awareness Month, a friend of mine encouraged me to share, and I said, okay, I will share this month. And I decided to post my first video about my diagnosis and about my experience and about the things I've been going through on October 1st, which incidentally is also my birthday. So I posted on that day, and and that day I was wearing no wig because I was wearing a wig for months before just to be able to basically hide in plain sight. I was wearing a wig for months before, and that day I decided to drop the video, film it without a wig, and tell people, well, this is what I have been facing. These are the things I've learned so far, and I'm sharing them with you. So if you are about to get tested this month, which is what they encourage every woman to do in the month of October, um, these are the things that you could possibly face. Because for me, my perspective was, as much as people push things like keychains and T-shirts and so on, I mean, those are fanciful things. But at the end of the day, if you go to your doctor and you are examined and they actually find something, what are you going to do next?
Definitely.
Most conversation never really goes past get your boob scan and oh, everything is fine. What happens if they find something? What happens if you get diagnosed? Like, what are you going to do? So I felt it was necessary to share my story from an educational point of view, and it was also a cathartic thing for me to be able to say, I
Totally.
have this, and this is what has been going on because I had been silent for so long. It was just good to just like release it, to be honest. So, and once that started happening, like I started to feel much more relaxed, and the amount of support that came my way was like, I mean, it was amazing. It really was. I shared for educational purposes, but I didn't anticipate people to come forward and say, hey, what do you need? Let me give you this. Let me put something in your PayPal. Let me put something in your account. Do you have an Amazon
Definitely.
list? And people really showed up in like droves, and I have to say a big public thank you. Even people who don't know me, they check in on me from time to time, which is kind of crazy, but I love it still. So, and I think people really give me a lot of energy in life, and I started to kind of regain my footing and think about the things that I would like to do because I always was in a state of, I'll do this when I get the money, when I do this, when I do that. It's
Right.
always when. But then you have to get to the point where you really have to truly live. Nobody knows. I say I have to live until I die because nobody knows when they're gonna go, right?
Exactly that. And getting a sense of community and understanding that you're not alone is something that would boost you so much and allow you to really push forward.
Absolutely. That sense of that community really is quite strong. Which is one of the reasons. And I found that community kind of I wouldn't say by accident, but it kind of organically grew in the sense of from going to for treatment, you kind of make cancer friends, you make friends
Yes.
who are down there, you're checking on each other. Just this morning, somebody from the clinic called to check on me because she hadn't seen me in a long time, and she's at one stage of her journey, I'm at another stage, and we kind of support each other in that way. We share tips, we give advice. There's always a each one teach one type of vibe in that cancer community. And that's another reason why I decided to share publicly, because there's a lot of that, and I just wanted people to be able to have some point of reference where they could go back to and say, hey, let me look at this YouTube video. I can understand what it's like in Trinidad and Tobago. I can understand what it's like to go down to, whether you go to Mount Hope or St. James or Grandy or San Fernando. I understand what the treatment process is like, and it kind of inspired me to do what I'm doing now, and also to do something else I have in the works as well. Just a hub to be able to put all of the information I shared in the public. So if you are ever lost when it comes to cancer treatment in Trinidad and Tobago, you will have a place to go and find exactly what you need, what you're looking for.
Then you pivoted from going through such a crazy up and down battle within yourself, coming out, talking to people, gaining a community, that you then decided to form your business into something that is like activism for you?
I mean, in a sense, it is because my own experience losing my hair during that time, I never really assigned that deep emotional trauma to hair loss, or a deep emotional trauma to a wig, I should say, right? I never assigned it to a wig or hairpiece. You see people with these glam ads, and there's nothing wrong with the glam ads. I'm just saying, you just see these glam ads, and you see these girls flicking their hair, and you see them stroking their hair, and it looks good, but um that for me is what happens on the surface. I needed to go deeper because it went deeper for me, and it goes deeper for a lot of women, right? What you see is on the surface. You just see in their head, but what's happening inside their mind? What is that? How is that interpreted externally? And for me, it was what I was interpreting externally was the need for me to feel safe, and for me to not have to deal with a lot of unsolicited questions when I was not ready, right? That is what a wig meant for me. It was a protection for me. It was like I always say it was like a war helmet, because I'm really facing a battle for my life, battle for my health, and my wig was like a war helmet for me. And I never had seen it that way before until I went through this experience and had to recognize that for a lot of people, they are fighting their own battles, whether it was with health, with stress, with coming back postpartum, menopause. A lot of people are fighting their own battles, and a wig for them could be a part of their armor that they step out into the world with every day, doing what they have to do, carrying on.
I
So,
love that. I love the fact that you transitioned from just selling hair to now finding the emotional connection between the product and the person that could possibly be buying it. Because in marketing, we say you're either buying a feeling or you're buying a promise. And people want to feel good about themselves. And it has so many reasons behind that. And I really resonate with that why.
absolutely, you're so correct. And I really want people to. I want people to buy the feeling of safety, of dignity, of. I want people to buy the feeling of empathy, and I want people to experience those things as well, right? Which is one of the reasons that, for me, I, even the items I choose to stock in my store. So like one of the items we're stocking in the store is a topper, and I don't see these things often in Trinidad and Tobago in the hair world and in the wig shops. But a topper is just simply a piece that you put on top of your head just to really easily blend in and just kind of disappear into your hair. And it's for people who face hair loss at the crown of their head. So for me, even the items I stock specifically address certain hair loss issues. It goes beyond the glam. Glam is there, and we love looking fantastic. We love feeling good, but we also want to protect ourselves. We also want to feel normal, which is why the name of the campaign is "Embrace Your Normal." I want women to know that hair loss could be a part of your life based on the things you're experiencing, and it shouldn't be that you are controlled by it and feel awkward and feel weird and feel like not yourself. Understand that what this is who we are now, and this is the normal that we face. This is our new reality, so we just have to embrace it and work with it and look and feel fabulous anyway, because you are in control, not your head.
Exactly. And we know as women that we hold a lot of esteem in our hair. We hold, and as black women, as any woman in the Caribbean, our hair is part of our identity. And so, learning from you, when I first spoke to you about your story and about your why for the business, I was moved to tears because it is something that people struggle with in silence, and bringing it to the forefront and saying, embrace your normal. It is okay. It's
Yeah.
creating such a safe space for women to just let go and just say, okay, somebody's got me. I think that's amazing.
Yeah, well, and you know what, I really appreciate that support, because yeah, it is true. Is this something I want the conversation to be around a little bit more. I think in the world of beauty and the standard of beauty that we come to know, and there's nothing wrong with that standard. I'm just saying that um it needs to expand a bit, because there are so many women. Like sometimes I when I go to the clinic now, I've gotten so used to seeing women without breast or seeing women with one breast. um it doesn't even faze me anymore, and then I step outside the walls of the hospital, And then I recognize that everybody has their both breasts. You know, and I just have to kind of readjust. I'm like, okay, okay, okay. So when persons who are not used to that, and they may be confused, because I know people may see me and feel confused, like, you know, they're trying to figure out what's going on. You know, people have their thoughts. I can't read their mind, but I'm sure they have their thoughts. But this has become my normal, and I have gotten to a stage where I can kind of laugh at myself now with the fact that, you know, I have no breasts. I have none. I may get some, you know, I may get some plastic ones soon, but for now I don't have any, and I just have to kind of laugh at myself. Like yesterday, I put a bra and I put some socks, and I was showing my friends. I'm like, this is what is going on with me now, you know. So I said, you know, I have my little B cup, you know, my little sock fitted B cup, and that's the way it is. So when you are able to kind of see life through that lens, I find it, you kind of have a peace, and you laugh at yourself, and you move on to the next thing, because there's so much life to live. There's so much life to live. It would be a shame to be a slave to a little bit of hair loss, or the loss of your breast, I guess. You know, it'd be a shame. You have the rest of your body that's still hair. You know what I mean? So I just want to live intentionally and live in appreciation for the things I do have. After I've mourned the things that I've lost, I recognize I have to live in appreciation of the things I do have, and that's what this is.
Exactly. And you are saying that you're going to share it with others. I read your article. If they refer people, they get a percentage. So it's not just it's this business is so much. It's so many things. It's a safe space. It's therapeutic. It is something that women will feel bonded by. It's giving back to them. It's forming a community. It is such it is already so much. How did you even come up with the marketing for it or the idea for it? It is very intentional, as you said, and
Yeah,
it is intentional to the point where it's almost like it's infectious. It can
yeah.
literally change mindsets, change lives, change everything. I mean, I think it's amazing. Could you go into, as I always say on my page, explain your why? So tell us more about the business and the products that you have and what you're planning to do.
All right, so let me just tell you guys how all of this was triggered, because I feel like, you know, sometimes you may be doing something and it goes slow, 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 and then it gets that tipping point. It just starts to go like lightning, like immediate. It starts to go like super fast. Well, that's the way it kind of happened over the last year, because as I said, I was basically invisible for about 5 to 6 months, between the months of, let's say, about April to about October, right? Then I had to go into surgery, and I had to heal from that. So I had to really take time. And while I was public with my videos, I still was not moving the way I am now. Then in January, I had an opportunity to apply for a job. And this really was the thing that opened the door. And I said, this had to be the hand of God inside this situation. I applied for a job, and it was supposed to be for a senior marketing manager for a company selling hair to women living with hair loss. That
What?
was that was the job.
What?
That was the job, right? A US based company. Part of that job required me to write a marketing plan to sell this hair. So that opportunity forced me to get into a very deep place of research, looking at things, looking at influencers, formulating a plan. And I started to draw on my own experience. I started to write words that I have spoken in the past. The idea of embracing a normal is not new. It's new to them, but that was something I was feeling for a long time, right? That was something that I just wanted to be normal. I don't want like people to see you, because you know the first thing they might see you today. You don't have hair, and here's the thing with chemo. You have your hair this week. You do chemotherapy. Next 2 weeks, somebody sees you. They'll say, "Well, I just see you, and you're bald." That's the way it is. It's not like a slow grind, like your hair's falling out. No, no, no,
It
no, no.
comes out in clumps.
It comes out in clumps. Exactly, right? So I was drawing on my own experience. So once I wrote that plan, I felt like I poured my heart and soul into that plan, and I did not get that job. Right? I didn't get the job, even though they loved the idea. They loved. I didn't get the job. So I really sat in disappointment, and I know you say every disappointment is a reappointment. I sat in disappointment that I didn't get that
Say that
opportunity.
again. Say that again.
Right? Every disappointment is a reappointment. Remember that, right? Um, so when I sat there, the thought just came into my mind. I said that had to be God kind of speaking to me, whispering in my ear. It really had to be, because I said, but wait a second, wait a second. Hold on. You weren't the person who bought hair last year that's been sitting down that it's supposed to be sold and you couldn't
Mm-hmm.
do it because you weren't in our mind space. Now you have a plan. You have hair, you have a plan, you have a little bit of money in savings. What are we going to do about this? And immediately, I sat in front of my machine as I am sitting in front of my computer right now talking to you. I went back into that plan and I removed the name of that company and I put my own.
Woo.
And from there, I immediately I called my sister. I said, "Listen, I need to buy some hair. I need to use a credit card." Okay. I called my brother. I said, "I need so and so." I said to call people. I said, "This is the idea. This is the plan. This is what we are going to do." Then I put myself on a very strict timeline. I said, the 25th of March, I am going to open this store. Come hell or high water. Because I knew my why. I had been feeling it for a while. I just had never written it down in a plan. I knew the way I felt. I knew the feeling of losing a hair. I knew I wanted to serve in that way. I knew I wanted a way to serve other members of this community because I am a huge believer in sharing knowledge, sharing information. That's why we are here. So when that tipping point got to the when I got that tipping point, things had to move like lightning because everything was already there. I it just needed me to come to that moment of realization. Once I did that, immediately I started to speak to people and I'm telling them the story just like I'm telling you. People started to say, "Yes, I will be a part of it. Yes, I will support you. Yes, I will tell you my story." Some people said, "No, I can't tell you my story, but I will tell people about this." Right? I'm not ready to share my story yet, but I will tell people about this. And I said, "That's fine. I appreciate that and I appreciate you sharing that story." So knowing that what I have to do is bigger than me, and I think that's the difference between buying here just to sell and doing this business. This is bigger than me because it has to be. It can't just be about me. If it's one thing, disease showed me that because in my treatment and in my year, the amount of people that showed up for me, this disease was bigger than me because they were helping me heal. Now, how could I have an idea and keep it for me? It has to be bigger than me. I can help others heal as well. So now that I am here, the why really was this experience and understanding that God is requiring more of me. He's requiring me to talk about Him, to and to worship in that way through service. So I am so excited about this. Like today, we were on set and we were shooting the ads and the content for this campaign. And I'm sitting in the chair telling my story, and I had to really try my best not to cry on camera. Even looking at the other women telling their story, the whole set got silent. And after each story, people were clapping because they were like, "This is so amazing." Um, they just were glad to be a part of it, you know? So that was really the why and the driver. And how I got into it really was by a redirection, a disappointment, and a redirection. I gave my idea to somebody and I realized you weren't supposed to give that away. You were supposed to keep that one and for yourself and do it. So that is what
And that
happened.
just shows you so much in that story about writing it down, about connecting with your why, about planning, and about owning your own story and your own journey. That is just so, I mean, I am moved right now. I'm just trying not to cry. This is such an amazing story and an amazing journey. And I want you to be so successful. I want everybody to hear about this business. I want everybody to participate in it because it's not just going to affect me or you. It is a rippling effect that can affect every single person. Because once everybody feeling good about themselves, everybody would be doing good. You understand what I mean?
Absolutely. Yes. You're very, very, very correct about that.
So tell us more about the business itself.
Okay. So the name of the business is called The Beautiful Market, and we serve women who live with hair loss by offering them wigs and toppers and clip-ins and extensions and other beauty products. And it's an e-commerce business. It's fully online, so you guys can go to the website, visit, and shop. Right now, our digital doors are not yet open, so you can join our wait list if you visit thebeautifulmarket.com. You could go there, sign up. You're going to get a coupon you could use when you first shop with us if you sign up now. And um, yeah, so today we started our ad campaign, and you will be able to purchase, and delivery will come straight to your door. So we're going to start with our toppers and our extensions and clip-ins, and so on. Of course, we're going to expand as we grow, as more people support us, I'll be able to sell. And there are other things that I would want to implement. I just want to be able to give you a fantastic a fantastic customer experience. That is my ultimate goal, to be able to give that. And I saw somebody put something there in the comments saying God is an intentional God, and believe that that is true. And I say, when you live with intention, you the decisions you make are so much different when compared to somebody who just is kind of just like,
Like
quote
blind.
unquote, going with the flow.
Mm-hmm.
You make completely different decisions, right? You make decisions to for growth, you make decisions for safety, you make decisions for development, you make decisions for giving and for loving and for building. And those decisions look very different many times than uh, living unintentionally,
Yeah.
and this business is a very intentional business. The way things are, the people who have asked to be involved, the way things are phrased, the way things are set up, even the fact that we are doing the partner program, which is an affiliate partner program. Now, if you're not sure what an affiliate is, for your audience who's listening, right, an affiliate is somebody who would share about your business to others in exchange for a commission whenever people purchase from them. So this is something that's very common in the US, UK, etc. But I'm not sure how common it is in Trinidad, particularly in the retail sector. And that affiliate program is called, our partner program is called Tell a Friend, right? Pretty simple. One of the reasons that I conceptualized it was, I say, there's an easy way to give back, to give back to people. This is a really easy way, particularly women who may be experiencing the hair loss, or women who may not be on their feet, and they could just, if they buy a product, even if they don't buy a product, and they believe in the brand, they believe in what we believe in, they can say, listen, this is the store you need to buy from. Use my link to buy, because when you use my link to buy, you get your item, and I also get something, and the store
Mm-hmm.
also gets. Everybody wins, right? So it's a way for everybody to win when they sign up to be a partner, which is something that will be available once the store opens on the 25th. So people can definitely sign up to be an affiliate. So we tell a friend, be a partner of the beautiful market. We have nice things for the partners too. We have incentives. So when you share a lot and people buy a lot, we have all sorts of things in store for you guys.
All right, so you all heard that. You'll have to go follow the beautiful market TT. You have to go follow Jamila's brand, follow her page. She needs to be able to go live on her own. You guys
Yes.
have to get her up to 1,000 followers at least. When she started, she was 800 and something. So if you guys are so inclined, please go and follow her. Also, I hope you guys are taking some kind of notes about her motivation and her drive. It came from telling her story, owning her story, being a part of a community. And of course, she's a kick ass marketing professional as well. So she knew exactly what she was getting into. And I really hope that you guys support her. When I heard her story, I decided to do this live because my niece had cancer and I know what cancer can do. She was 3. I know what cancer could do to the body, to the hair, to your eyebrows, to your eye, everything goes. And it's very difficult to go through. Thank God she's alive, she's grown, she's informed too, and she's cancer free. But cancer really does impact you. But cancer is not the only thing. We have alopecia, we have autoimmune diseases, we have all kinds of things that affect women out here, and women are walking around silently dealing with this. Sharing this live and sharing this business and sharing this company is going to reach somebody who you don't even know needs it. There's several people that come into my inbox when I post about wigs asking for cheaper wigs or options to get wigs because they are suffering hair loss in silence and they want to hide that. And so thank you, Jeremiah. And so if possible, share this company, share this live with any and everybody, because you never know who is going through something silent. They are not ready to share. Jamelia?
Yeah, I mean, it's true, and I'm glad that you highlighted the fact that it's not just persons with cancer. That's true. There. So to the onset, one of the models has alopecia. Another person, she went through a hysterectomy and she went through shock menopause, which meant a drop in her estrogen levels, which meant thinning of her hair, right? So people go through hair loss for all sorts of reasons. Some people, when they have a baby and their hormones kind of go crazy, they lose their hair. Some people Some people don't even know why they lose their hair. They just start thinning out, you
Stress.
know.
It could just be stress.
It could just be stress. And you know, for a lot of women, your hair is really an enormous part of your beauty regime. It's an enormous part of your femininity. And a lot of times when you are sick, it attacks all the things that that I realize, it attacks all the things that make you conventionally feminine. Your eyelashes go, your eyebrows go, your hair goes, your skin gets affected, your breast could go, your womb could go. I'm just like, what is left? Am I a shell hair? So you really have to, you're really fighting for your place, and you're really fighting a war with it. This is no joke, you know. But you know what? We fight battles every day, and this is one that we have to face as women who may be experiencing different types of, as you said, autoimmune diseases, these other circumstances in life. We just want to at least look and feel good while we do it. So um, this is something that is near and dear to my heart and really quite exciting. And I really look forward to serving in that way, in a huge, huge type of way. And I'm so glad to hear about your niece and that she is well, because I know the battle is not easy for sure.
The battle is definitely not easy. And I love how you say you look forward to serving through this. This is your purpose, and that's why it's also your passion. And we have people in the comments saying, they lost their mom through cancer, or it takes away every bit of your femininity. It is very true. If you see what even thinning hair could do to somebody's self-confidence, that's why she's not just only selling wigs. There are toppers, there are clip-ins. It's all kinds of different aspects to help women feel beautiful. The Beautiful Market TT is definitely going to do that. So again, like her page, follow her, and share this information with any and everybody, because you never know what somebody's suffering with in silence.
Yeah, you know what else I also want to say? I also want to tell people, don't be so quick to judge persons with weight, because I think there's a lot of wig judgment that
A
people
wig
face.
stigma, wig stigma.
Yes, with judgment, like the with judgment, like I really we can't, because you may see what's happening on top of the head, but you have no idea what's going on inside. Just be a little kinder to somebody. Don't be the person to say, well, you have on this and you have on that, but got your hair long, and no, that's my hair. I bought that. Okay, leave people alone when they are
Exactly.
when
And
they
I
are
know
when they're with
it's
leave them be, leave
some
them be.
people, when I started my wig journey on TikTok, I know a lot of people would know. I started with very cheap synthetic wigs because
Yeah.
I didn't know what I was doing. I didn't know if I wanted to continue wearing wigs or anything like that. And the comments were like, "Oh, you're wearing a cosplay wig. Oh, that's all they can afford." Or and people still up to today with human hair wigs tell me, "Oh, looking tacky, getting people back their hair," all sorts of stuff. And I look at these comments and people think it's only going to affect me. But remember, the comments that you're making affects other people reading it, not just the person you're making it to. And other people would be like, "Oh, well, I thought it looked good and I suffering and I just want to get a cheap wig." You are now making it uncomfortable for other people. So really, as she said, watch your words. Be kind to people. You don't know what people are going through.
Yeah, you really don't. So the next time I see somebody, just tell them, you know that you're probably looking at a warrior woman. Know that you're probably looking at somebody who is like silently fighting a war that you probably would never understand what it's like to be involved in. You know, so the wig judgment, we're not doing that in 2024. We are not putting
Be
out the wig
not.
judgment cards.
Definitely not. Hi, everybody. Good night, everybody who came in. Thank you. We are speaking to Jamelia, and she's talking about her new business that is launching on March 25th called Beautiful TT. I think, oh gosh, I think I messed it up.
The beautiful market.
The Beautiful Market TT. That's on TikTok. It's Beautiful Market TT. And
Yes.
she is literally here serving women who are having hair loss and from different avenues. It could just be stress, it could be postpartum, it could be alopecia, it could be autoimmune disease. And she's here to create a safe space for them and also end wig stigma. And so this is what we're talking about tonight. If you have any questions for her, she is a cancer survivor turned businesswoman, marketing professional. And if you have any questions about what we discussed tonight, leave it in the comments. For those of you asking about mine, this is from Shein. You guys, I just had a video about it. It is on my page. If you guys have any questions for her about her business, how the Tell a Friend referral program works, or any more of her story, feel free to ask before we wrap up tonight.
Yeah,
Anything
yeah,
else you
definitely,
want to share?
guys. No, I just want to tell people, I just want to say thanks so much for your support. The support really has been overwhelming, even though the store hasn't opened yet. The support has been so fantastic for people like yourself and for other people who are friends with me, maybe on other social media platform, Instagram, Facebook. But the best thing you can do, if you know somebody who could benefit from the products and eventually the services that we will offer, because there will be things that we will offer, let them join the waitlist now, get into our ecosystem so that they can always be on our mailing list and get information about what we have on sale so that they can, they can embrace their normal and they could feel good and they could look good. So I think it is, you're definitely doing yeoman service. You're doing God's work by sharing this with somebody who could really use the support. Because
And
sometimes
you
you may
how
know
to
somebody,
avoid.
but you may not know exactly how to support them or what to say or what to do. You might want to give somebody support, particularly somebody who's not well, but you have no idea where to start. This might be a good place to refer them, because we get it. So we could have a conversation with them, and they could follow us and they could see the content, and if they need any advice in terms of how to choose a wig, how to choose hair, what they should be doing, this is definitely the place. So that's the type of advice we will be offering through our blog and on our social media. And eventually, hopefully, I could probably have some sort of events in public once we start to grow, and that would be really nice to be able to have that with you guys. So if you have
Remind
any questions, feel free.
join, remind them how to join the mailing list again. And we do have two questions in the section. So Toys said, "What role did your faith play in your journey?" And she also said, "Would you say you found yourself through your cancer journey?"
Um, so I mean, what was my soul soother? It is the thing that gave me an anchor. It is the thing that, and I don't know. I have to say, my faith was definitely tested and reassessed. Sometimes, you kind of live passively in that way, and as much as I would talk about God and I talk about those things among my friends, it's not something I talk about with everybody. But now, hey, Jesus is my best friend. Everybody, and you kind of have a completely different appreciation for life and for the things that you are supposed to be doing. So you could no longer live a life that has no purpose, or you can no longer live a life that only has purpose for you. It has to have purpose beyond you. It has to.
Mm.
It has to have purpose. And um, what was the second question?
Did you find yourself through your cancer journey?
I wouldn't say that I found myself. I think I had a pretty good sense of who I was and who I am. But I would say it certainly changed my perspective on certain things. It changed my perspective on things like how you build the community around yourself,
Mm.
aligning yourself with people who not only could just be there with you, but also people who can do emotional labor.
Mhm.
Um, Being giving people more grace, understanding that you can meet people where they're at, because not everybody can kind of show up for you in the way that you would like, right? And not being upset at people because they don't show up in the way that you would like. Just meet people where they are and allow people to support you in the way that they can. Um, so it allowed me to reassess the way I did things, the way I do things, how to remain more calm. So like for example, like today on set, I was having internal dialogue with myself all day to try to keep a light environment and to be calm. Because when you're managing a big production and you want everything to go well, you want everybody to just be in line, But it's so nice to be able to have such a big event and not have a fallout, and that's not the kind of environment I want to create at all, And
Mhm.
it's a maturing in terms of managing things emotionally, because it is an emotional time. It's an emotional time dealing with this thing, but being more calm and slower to anger, I guess, and slower to um I don't know what's the term I'm looking for. Maybe what they say, popping off. Just to be more
Fine, off
calm.
you handle.
Yeah, just to be more calm, and I think to be more appreciative and to be more expressive about the appreciation I have for people, telling people thank you and I love you and I appreciate you, and you know And you have been there so much for me, and being open and expressing that freely,
That
and never
gratitude, that
and not
living
holding.
gratitude.
Absolutely, just living in gratitude. And I think that is what I have been able to really have, and be grateful for that. So it's kind of going deeper and enjoying life in that way. Isn't it? It's really a nice thing to express yourself and see people's like face light up. Like, what, you think of me like that? I absolutely do. Thank
Oh my gosh, and to tell them to let them know while they're alive that this is the impact they're having on you.
you.
Yep.
Yeah,
Yep. And today is International
yeah, yeah,
Women's
yeah.
Day. And the International Women's Day actual theme is inclusive. What is it? Inclusive something. And I think that
I think it's inspire inclusion. I think it's inspire
inspire
inclusion.
inclusion, and I think that's exactly fitting for what you are doing, because you're trying to end wig stigma. You're it's trying to make people feel whole again and enjoy their self. And that is that society is such an exclusionary society when you look at the beauty standards that we have to live
Yeah,
up to. And it could be, I mean, everything is exclusionary now, and pretty privilege and all that stuff. And this initiative is going to help people feel so much better. So guys, if you can follow her page, share her. To join the mailing list, you have to go to her website, the waiting list, sorry. You have to go to her website. You could find the links in her bio, and it is something that can help even somebody you do not know it could help. So I do encourage you to share the initiative. And if you join, you can get the tell a friend benefits, so you could get something from it as well. So do not forget to make sure that you share this with people, especially women, especially today, because women tend to suffer silently, especially about beauty things. Don't you think so?
yeah. Oh yeah. Also, I mean, listen to me. That's the whole. Okay, so I'll tell you this, right? When I first had to buy my wig, knowing that I had to go and buy it, right? I was grateful that I was able to get something online, and but there are some women who, like me, because I consider myself a little bit of a digital native, so I kind of default to doing things online. But there's some women who don't do that, and they
Mhm.
would really like to talk to somebody because maybe they're like me, they've never worn a wig before. Some people have never worn a wig before, so when they have to actually make a decision to buy one, like, what do they actually, like, what are you gonna do? Like,
What would
what am
look
I gonna do?
good?
Where do I start?
What will look
So
good on me? What shape my face? What color to
e-
get? All of these different
exactly.
things, yeah.
Exactly. So to have that kind of guidance was critical, but I didn't have it, and that's something I definitely want to be able to give to people through this thing. And the thing of it is, some people are maybe afraid to show you that, hey, this is my ball spot. This is what So I just want people to feel relaxed, and I want them to feel easy. I don't want them to feel as though they're going to be judged when they take the wig off that they're wearing currently, take it a new, or when they take their head tie off, or when whatever they have to cover their head,
The
because they're probably
band,
going to
the
be wearing
headband
something.
hiding everything, yeah.
Exactly. I don't want you to feel judged. I want you to feel as though when you open up to me, or open up to one of our wig service people, which we probably will eventually have, just to advise you. So listen, do this, do that, do the other, get it. Or if you go on our website, once the doors open, there will be a quiz that you could actually take that will guide you and tell you what type of hairpiece you should actually be purchasing. So that is actually there for persons to give them a start as to point you in some level of direction. Hey, listen, based on the way you answer these questions, we would recommend that you get this particular hairpiece or you get that particular hairpiece, and we will actually send you on that part of the website where you could look for those hairpieces, right? So you can take our quiz once the digital doors open on the website, and eventually we would want to provide a more customized premium service where you have that one-on-one where you could talk to somebody and even request a particular wig be made for you. So,
Oh,
I mean, there are so many things in the works that are coming, and I'm so excited to be able to offer that to people. But as you said, women do hide it a lot. As I said, I was hiding. I hide my hair. I know what I was like. And I just want to be able, sometimes you just want to be able to talk to somebody who understands. And because I know I've gone into stores already to buy different things, and when you tell the person who's selling, well, maybe also, I remember I used to suffer from foot judgment. I wear size 11 in shoes, right? And I would always get
It's hard
pressure
to
to get.
find shoes locally.
It's hard to find shoes locally. And I remember going into stores and asking for size 11, and people would raise their brows like, what? Like, you wearing that big shoe? And it would always make me feel a little bit judged. I'm just like, well, I didn't ask you to assess the size of my foot. I just want a shoe. It's like, you have the shoe, you don't have the shoe. Right? And eventually, it felt really good to be able to go online and purchase a shoe in the comfort of my home without other people judging me on the size of my feet, right? Until eventually I got to the point where I
Mm-hmm.
love my feet and I love the shoes I bought so much so that people pay attention to my shoes now because when I shop, I buy the best. I buy the best and I give myself the best. I'm intentional about giving myself the best shoes. So
Mm-hmm.
I know what it's like to go into a store and feel judged for some element of yourself or some feature of yourself that you cannot help. And I just don't want people to feel like that or self conscious. You should be able to say, this is the problem. I need help with this. Can you help me? You know?
That is very good. I mean, that is something that is needed in all aspects of our life, living without judgment and
Yeah.
living in comfort of our own skin.
Yeah.
It's very difficult just existing as a human, far less as a judged human. It's even worse. So, anybody else have any questions? Somebody says, thank you for what you're about to do. Miss Brown says, thank you for what you're about to do. And
Oh,
I
you're
really
welcome, Miss
think
Brown.
I really think it's an amazing initiative. I really do throw 100% of my support behind it. I think it's necessary and it's timely. And I really wish your business does the best it can do. And all the things that you want to add on is done seamlessly and successfully.
Oh, thy will be done. It
That
will
will
be
be
done. It will be
done.
done. It will
Thank
be done. It will be done. So if anybody has any questions, feel free to ask. If not, I will implore you to please follow the Beautiful Market TT both on Instagram, on Facebook, and on here on TikTok. Visit the website, join the mailing list as for what is about to come because guys, I'm so excited. You're gonna see what's gonna come. And yeah, tell a friend about the Beautiful Market. Tell a
I
friend who's gonna tell a friend and tell a friend.
make
And
it
get me up
spread
to a
like
thousand so we can go
wildfire.
live and you can see my face because I was all done up. I have
Get
my
her to
makeup
a
on, I have my wig on.
thousand. Get her to a thousand so she can come on live with me again and you guys can see her. She's beautiful. Go follow her page and let's get her business off the ground. Let us be women supporting women. Tell a friend to tell a friend to tell a friend to tell another friend. I
Yeah.
want to hear it come back to me saying, hey, so by so say they see it on so by so live. And I want it to be contagious and infectious. Word of mouth is the fastest way to get anything out there. So I'm depending on you guys to get it out.
Yeah.
Guys, thank you so much for joining us this Friday. We don't want to take up too much more of your time. As usual, it was amazing having all of you in here, all the positivity. For those who just stopped by and said hi, thank you so much for coming through. Remember, share her page, get people to like her page. I really, really loved having you guys. Thank you so much, Jamelia. Any last words?
Well, my last words again is just to thank you, Nisi, thank you to your audience. And guys, let's make the Beautiful Market the best place to find extensions and wigs for women, and more specifically for women living with hair loss in Trinidad and Tobago. Let's do this, baby.
All right, guys, you heard it. Have a great weekend. Bye.
Bye bye.